community right now needs good representation, and Jen spoke at length about that. Our community is in a place right now where if we stand together, we can achieve so much. And that's why events like this, when we get together, when we talk about these issues, we can achieve so much at the legislative level. And I'm so thankful to be here, again, with all of these great candidates. We have a great year ahead of us, and we have a great year of campaigning, and we need your support. So everything that you can do and everything that you will do, please, please do. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here tonight. Thank you again.
Okay, we're back, and next up is the town of Clarkson. And we're very proud to say that the town of Clarkson this year has a full slate.
Yeah!
Our first candidate running for office is Karen LaBracca. She is running for Monroe County Legislature, District Number 2. That covers all of Hamlin. That covers all of Clarkson, and that covers a part of Sweden. JW has the other part of Sweden. So these are our two candidates right here.
JW is the east side, or she's the west side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Karen was born and raised in Western New York and earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Health Education from SUNY Cortland, and then received her MBA with a concentration in Corporate Financial Management from Pace University. After decades of living in Virginia, Ohio, and Georgia, Karen and her husband Bernie, is he here tonight?
No, next night.
Hi Bernie, we all know Bernie. Karen and her husband Bernie returned to her New York roots in 2008, and they quickly engaged in civil and community life. Karen's work experience spans for-profit and not-for-profit worlds, including time spent in Rockland County as an employee. Woven through all of this, she has made a commitment to supporting individuals and organizations to move forward for positive change. Karen.
Thank you. You know, sometimes people ask me, well, who are you running against, and what are you against? And that's really not it at all. I am running for the people of Monroe County. I am running for the people in Legislative District 2. And I think that's what, there's a lot of good to that we can bring in terms of our commitment to values, the values of transparency, the values of engagement, and so that's where I am, that's what I'm fighting for, that commitment. And so when I think of, you know, people say, you gotta have some tagline, you gotta have this, you have some slogan. And I'm working on it. I'm working, you know, but it's in progress. But I'm thinking that, you know, I'm thinking two angles. One, efficiency and effectiveness. That management part of Monroe County government. And looking to the future, that leadership. Leadership that's looking to take care of our children, our grandchildren. So this is the kind of place where there's a room for all of us here, and not looking backwards to how I can take care of my friends. So thank you, and I will be delighted to be seeing and working with all of you in this next many months.
The next candidate for the town of Clarkson is the candidate for supervisor. That's Teresa Alano. Teresa Alano is a retired federal government postmaster from Brockport. She retired in October 2016. Since then, she has been the primary caregiver of her 78-year-old mother-in-law, Isabel.
98.
I'm sorry.
98 and a half.
All right. Since then, she has been the primary caregiver for her mother-in-law, who is 98 and a half.
Yeah!
Her name is Isabel, and she was at our last fundraiser. She was going to come here tonight, but she was tired, so she didn't come tonight. So we love Isabel. Teresa is a resident of Clarkson, a member of 2 quilt guilds, which she continues to do, giving to charitable causes. As postmaster, she managed budgets, staffs in Webster, Pittsford, Albion, and Hamlin. She was appointed as one of the very few Western New York fact finders and was in charge of investigating ethic violations in areas such as sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment, and discrimination cases. She also worked as a labor relations specialist. She fought for and procured the needed resources to repair Brockport's historical post office. She was an active member of the National Association of Letter Carriers as a union steward. Teresa is able to work well on both sides of the aisle, and I have seen that firsthand with Assemblyman Steve Hawley at Clarkson Town Hall. She has always had an open door and transparent style. She has the skill to enforce a zero-tolerance policy regarding ethic violations. She would like to see the town of Clarkson rise above partisan politics during our bicentennial year and show Monroe County what it is like to work together as neighbors. We can get this done. She believes in a bipartisan town board so that all the residents of the town of Clarkson are represented fairly. Teresa.
Thank you. I actually wrote a speech, but I'm not going to read the speech because as I look around, I know so many of you. What I'm going to say is what I've been saying for the last 2-3 years, and part of what Cindy said. This community really does need bipartisanship. We need to be able to speak freely, to be listened to at our town meetings and when we bring concerns to our town board, and right now that's not the case. We have people out there, in fact I met a gentleman when I was walking in 2017 who told me that he brought, and it was a Republican by the way, and he told me that he brought an issue to the town board and he was told, if you don't like it, leave Clarkson. We don't need that in our town. We don't need that type of, we don't need a special meeting where 50 people come in and 20 more people wanted to come in and they try to voice their opinion and they're told that it doesn't count. And the meeting just progresses as we're trying to say something and oppose what's going on. And there's a gentleman here tonight who was at the most recent town board meeting where he tried to ask a simple question, a very simple question, and not once, not twice, but 3 times he was told to be quiet, that he couldn't ask a question. And that's why I'm here, because we need to be able to have a voice, not just for us, not just for Republicans, for independents, but for all of Clarkson's residents, for all of Westside's residents. And I feel passionately about this, enough where I'm willing to stand here when I would really much rather be quilting. I'll be honest, but I'm going to go door to door. I'm going to do the best I can to get elected to help everybody have a voice. I need your help. We all need your help. And I'm very, very grateful for all of you showing up tonight, cheering us on, and rooting for us, one and all. And I wish all of my all the other candidates much luck, and if I can help in any way, Paula. Thank you.
The next candidate for the town of Clarkson is someone that a lot of us are familiar with because he has served on the town of Clarkson board before. Sheldon Myers. Sheldon Myers graduated from Brockport College in 1983. He majored in business administration with a minor in political science. In 1991, he came back and settled in the town of Clarkson with his wife Sarah, raising 2 daughters. He received a bachelor's degree in public administration from Brockport College in 1998. He served on the Clarkson Town Board from the year 2008 to 2011, choosing not to run for re-election in order to start his own business. If you know Sheldon, and a lot of us do, he has a passion for others. His record shows that he has a common sense approach, offers an independent voice, and is a fierce advocate for local taxpayers. He loves the local community and wants to keep it safe, healthy, and happy for all of us to live and to raise our families. Sheldon.
Hi, thanks for coming out. I've said this for, well, since I started getting involved in Clarkson. I really truly believe that political parties in a small town really don't make a difference. It's not the big national issues. We all have the same agenda, if you will, or at least most of us have the same, we don't like the same thing. That's prudent government or efficient government, safe place to raise our families, and a healthy place to raise our families, and pretty much just a nice, happy community. What we have in Clarkson, unfortunately, is a small group of people that have controlled the town for, well, the majority of them, it's been well over 20 years. Thanks to Jerry, one of them has been retired, who's been there 32 years.
Forced retired.
But, so, and what we have then is people, so for many years they ran unopposed. And now we are starting to challenge them. And they don't like that, and we can see how they don't like that, the way Jerry was treated in office. And their true colors came out. I served with them, and I didn't think they were like that, but I guess they are. When their power was threatened, their true colors show. And what it comes down to is what they showed in their behavior, and just recently, and I mean, pretty much their late term is they're not in office for the people of Clarkson. I mean, they're in office for themselves. They like the power, I guess, or maybe the salary, or something. It's, you know, they would make decisions for many years that would just no one would question. How do you know that's a good decision if no one's questioning it? You know, I enjoyed my time on the town board, and that's why I'm getting back in, because I asked questions, and I was able to get things accomplished even in the minority. I would publish my opinion. They didn't like the light shined on them for some reason, but everybody understands common sense, and I would state my opinions out in public, and I would shine their light on their opinion and say, you guys choose. And most of the time, they would adjust their position because the light was shining on it and say, uh-oh, maybe we shouldn't do that. One of the things was the assessment process. They've changed their assessment process. I was a fierce advocate for it was an unfair assessment process for many years. A couple of other things. I mean, I'm not opposed to parks, and I'm not opposed to the rec center, but we should promote those so they're used rather than sit empty. You know, I think we can do a better job at the rec center. If just, I don't know, maybe better leadership to get more people involved. So that's where I come from. I think, I don't like when, I don't think everybody likes when a small group of people kind of feel entitled to their power in government. And we're here to change that, and we're here to question them. And with all your support, thank you for being here, and we look forward to this campaign. Thanks.
A lot of you know our next candidate.
Tommy.
Tom Trapp. Tom Trapp is running for Clarkson Town Board. Tom has been married 33 years to his wife Lori Trapp, and they have 3 daughters, 5 granddaughters, and a grandson on the way.
Finally.
He
Not
moved,
me.
he
Not
moved
me.
to Clarkson in 1990 and found it to be a wonderful place to raise his family. He has worked on a printing press for 24 years at Case Hoyt Corporation. He has held several leadership positions with GCCIBT Local 503, including Executive Board Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, and Organizer. He is currently the chairperson for the Financial Committee and the Organizing Committee. He is a former officer in the Knights of Columbus Council 7707. He is currently a baseball umpire for the Sweden Clarkson Recreation Center. He's also my friend.
I'm excited. I'm so excited I got to sit on my hands to keep from clapping. I mean, it truly is exciting. I mean, we started, we had 6 months to run a campaign when Jerry ran, Teresa, and Samantha, and we didn't know what we were doing. And we won we unseated a 34-year incumbent, and we almost won the other 2 board seats. I mean, we were that close. So fast forward now, we've had 2 years to get ready. We're doing fundraisers. We got strong candidates, and we're going to win. We are going to flip the town board.
Yeah.
Woo!
Clarkson is celebrating their bicentennial, which is wonderful. I'm part of the community. It's a great thing. But it's also been a bicentennial of one-party government. Enough's enough.
Yeah.
Okay? Not only is it one-party government, but they shut us out.
Yes.
So now we're going to have a voice. And we're not going to exclude them, because good ideas come from both sides of the aisle. We're going to try and harvest the good ideas from their side, harvest them from our side. I know we've got really smart, intelligent people in our committee and in my town, and we just want to bring those ideas forward and run a great town.
Yeah.
I'm very confident with our group of candidates. I'm also excited about the Westside Democrats. Together we're stronger. And this is a great group. We're learning a whole lot. Lori and Mary and Annie were great inspiration for us, because we're like, well, this is Republicans out here, it's hard to win. Well, no, it's not. You just have to do your diligence and you can win. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to win in November, and we're going to make the headlines.
Yeah.
We are just going to keep coming.
Can I, one more thing?
Sure.
My newest committee person, I just wanted to recognize her.
Oh.
Yay. Our cameraman.
My granddaughter, she's been working on the campaign. She brings a lot of good input, and the people on the committee are excited.
The younger perspective. It's been very helpful at our meetings. She has very good ideas. We stop, we listen, and she's right. So, thank you, Brooke, for helping us out. Okay, our next candidate, and the last one for the town of Clarkson that I'm going to introduce, and this is not political, This is the face of Clarkson. This is the person that we all see when we go in to pay our taxes, when we go in to get a handicap sticker, when we go in to get married because we need someone to marry us. This is our town clerk.
They
So
might not be there when you go in.
Sarah Tebow has been a resident of Clarkson since 2006, shortly after marrying her husband John. Hi, John. She grew up in Parma and always loved the small town community feel, as she loves the feel of Clarkson. She has worked in the medical field for over 13 years and has felt that being a customer service advocate and human services specialist, that has shaped her to be a suitable and professional candidate for the town of Clarkson as a clerk. She strives to provide the highest quality of service that she can, and she will do that for the town of Clarkson residents. She is accustomed to individual and community-based needs, and it would be a great honor for her to serve you as your town clerk. And what Sarah would like you to do is go up and talk to her and do a one-on-one and a handshake and get to know her that way. So Sarah, thank you very much for doing that. Before we stop, and we have a lot that went on tonight, and we have to leave by 9 because they're going to kick us out at 9 o'clock. I have one more introduction that I'd like to make, and that's for Monroe County. Tonight we are honored to have Mike Dollinger here. Mike Dollinger is running for Monroe County Court Judge, and he needs our support. Woo! And he's going to take so that you can see his face, you can hear his voice, and you know who's on that ballot box. Thanks.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here tonight. I want to say that I'm with Tom. I am thrilled to be here tonight. I'm thrilled to be part of this election. I'm thrilled to be part of the Democratic Party. When I walked into the room tonight, you could sort of feel a buzz and an energy in this room. And I think if we could bottle that up and open it up in November, I think the other side doesn't stand a chance. I know that some of you, or if not most of you, were present when I made my pitch to you just a couple of weeks ago, so I won't go through all that, but for those of you who weren't there, I just want to tell you a couple things about myself. I'm a lifelong resident of Monroe County. I was born and raised in the town of Brighton. I went to undergrad at Syracuse, so go Orange. I did my law degree at Albany Law School, and after that I moved back here and I began working in the district attorney's office. I worked in the DA's office for 9 years. For about 7 of those 9 years, I was in Monroe County Court on basically a daily basis. I prosecuted cases at all levels on that court, nonviolent felonies, violent felonies, homicide cases, gun cases, drug cases. And after I left the DA's office, I took a job as law clerk to Judge Christopher Chacho, who's a Monroe County Court judge. And I've been working as his law clerk for more than 2 years now. So I know the court inside and out from the advocate side. I know it from the judge's side. I've gotten a chance. For those of you who don't know exactly what a law clerk does, we basically assist the judge in making all the difficult legal decisions that come before court on a daily basis. So I know the court from that side. I'm very familiar with all the players, and I know all the law, and I'm very excited about the opportunity to represent the people of Monroe County as the next Monroe County Court judge. What I will say is that we cannot do this alone. We need all of your help. My campaign manager and I brought with us tonight these nifty little sign-up cards. These are for if you're willing to help us out in any way, displaying a lawn sign, hosting a meet and greet. You know, I want to get to know the people of the county. Anytime if you guys can get 10 or 15 people in a room and you want to have me come out and speak to them and get to know them, I'm happy to do that. I'm thrilled to do that. So we'll have these cards. Don't be shy. Come up, grab one from us. Whatever it is you're willing to do, we appreciate all the help that you can give us. My name's Mike Dollinger, and like I said, I'm with Tom. I'm thrilled. So thank you very much.
Now order a drink.
If anybody didn't get the sign-in sheet,